Hi guys, and welcome to Finesse Movement here in Maynooth with me, Eleanor.
And me, Karen.
And it is our Friday 12:30 live for 30 minutes. And today we're going to do like a little Pilates stretch workout. We're really stiff from all the classes we've been doing a week.
And all the extra stuff we're doing, Eleanor.
And all the extra
all the
stuff.
walking
All the
of the
walking.
dog.
Oh, yes, all the walking
Yeah.
of the dog. So we...
You should see the dog. God love her.
Started off as a lurcher, now it's a whippet. So anyway, we're going to do a little Pilates stretch today. So you don't need any equipment. Just make sure you're warm. If you're doing this and you're freezing cold, don't, take it easy. We're going to do a little Pilates warm up. But this is great if you do come back from a walk or whatever to jump down on the floor and do it. It'll really help stretch you out. I'm going to kind of
post run as well.
Or post run, yeah. I'm going to focus on the hip flexors, hamstrings, a little bit of rotation, get the spine moving side to side.
Hips.
And yeah, hips. So hip flexors, hamstrings, glutes. Yeah, and I'm going to show you how to buddy stretch as well for hamstrings and glutes. So if you're isolating with somebody, get them to help you. You don't need a buddy to do them, but I'll show you how to do the buddy versions of them because they will. It'll increase the what's the word?
Stretchability.
Stretchy. It'll just make it nice. Okay, right. Let's go. That's a sign to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with some just basic hip rolls. Woo. Get down on the floor carefully. And we're going to start with some hip rolls. So tummy muscles are drawn in, pelvic floor is drawing up, and arms are nice and long down by your side. We're rolling the pelvis into imprint, pausing, peel the spine all the way up, nice long line into shoulder bridge. Inhale here, exhale, peel your spine down again. So we're going to do about four to six of these. So inhale, roll into imprint. Use your six-pack muscles, then use your butt cheeks to peel your spine up and peel your spine all the way down again. The main goal of this exercise is to articulate your spine. And we want the bum muscles to do that, not really the hamstrings. So make sure that you're using your glutes. I didn't roll into imprint there, so peel all the way up and peel all the way down again, or slow down a tiny bit. So inhale here, exhale, roll into imprint, pause, peel all the way up. Inhale here at the top, exhale, and peel all the way down again. Let's do one more. Inhale here, exhale, roll into imprint, pause and peel all the way up. Nice long line into shoulder bridge. Inhale here, exhale, and peel the spine all the way down again. So keeping your pelvis then nice and stable. If you're not sure, pop your two hands. Remember those bony bits on the front of your pelvis. Pop your hands there and make sure that the pelvis isn't rocking from side to side when you're doing this. We want to keep the pelvis nice and neutral and stable. Okay, so you've got your natural curve in your lower back. We're going to inhale, bring your right leg out to the side, lengthen out through the leg, roll it into center, exhale and draw back. Inhale, bring your right leg out to the side, lengthen out through the leg, roll it into center, exhale and back. So now we're just opening the hip joints. So you can visualize the hip joint moves out. In an outward position, we lengthen it away from ourselves, then we roll the hip joint back into center, neutral, and draw back. You can completely roll it into internal rotation if you want, so you can bring them all the way across. I find sometimes though that makes people tip through their sides. So we'll work on internal rotation later. And then we do one more of these here. Inhale, open through the hip, lengthen, roll it in center, exhale, draw back. We're going to change direction. So lengthen out through the leg, roll it out, draw back. Ooh, this sometimes can feel a little stickier. Even though it's the same action, you're just using the muscles in a different order. I forgot to put my headset on. You guys keep doing that.
I'm doing the other leg.
And you're doing the other leg. Oh well, our coordination is as good as ever.
Hi.
You keep going there, Karen.
So what, on the other leg?
Yeah, change legs.
Lengthen all the way down, turn the foot in, draw the heel back up again. So inhale, let the hip open, exhale, lengthen the leg down along the mat. Inhale back and exhale, pull your heel back all the way up. And again, breathe in as you open out, breathe out to stretch away. Breathe in, turn the foot in, and breathe out and draw it back up again.
Okay, it says I'm connected, so if you don't notice the difference in sound quality. Now, after I've put this on, we'll know for sure if this thing is actually working. Or do I just look like Lieutenant O'Hara for nothing? Okay, so do we do those both directions?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so we're going to keep the pelvis again in neutral. So make sure your back isn't allowed arch when you're doing this, and bring your arms out into a T shape if you can. If you're restricted with your room, bring them into a little V. But the palms are face up and you're in a T shape. We're going to float one leg up into tabletop. Stabilize your pelvis. So in other words, don't let your back arch. Keep it in its neutral position. Bring the legs completely together if you want. We're going to inhale. Bring the legs to the right side. Different teachers teach this differently. I like to let the hips move and lift this time because we want to rotate the spine. So inhale, bring the legs to the opposite side. Pause here, exhale and draw back. And you're using your arms to help with the draw back. If you're good at this, you don't need the arms. I still use my arms though because I want to focus on getting the rotation in the spine. And if I bring my legs down this far without my arms being out, I can't bring my legs back up. It's kind of impossible. I don't know, can you do it? No, yeah, you need your arms if you're going to go down this far. Exhale and draw back. And remember guys, any of these exercises, if your body is saying no, it doesn't like it, stop and wait for the next exercise. We're inhaling, bring the legs to one side, pause, exhale, draw the legs all the way back. So this is a lovely one. I love this exercise for my back. Gets a nice rotation. Especially you're going to find if one side of your lower back is tighter than the other. Let's do one more to either side. And draw. And lengthen, inhale down. Exhale, using your core muscles to draw yourself back up. Float one leg down, float the other leg down. So we're going to keep the arms out. We're just going to bend your elbows. Okay, so your arms are in a T shape roughly, and then bend your elbows. So this is like how babies like to sleep. And I like to bring my heels together, or my soles of my feet together, and literally lie like a baby almost would sleeping. Okay, and you probably can't see my left arm, ever since my fall down the stairs a few years ago, this shoulder just isn't as flexible as the other one, and all the damage I did to it. But if I lie here long enough, that hand will come onto the floor, the muscles will release and will lengthen. What we're going to do though is we're going to take a nice big inhale as we reach the hands up over the head, and then exhale, draw the arms, keep the elbows and the hands on the floor, just draw them down, and make sure your ribcage doesn't pop. Mine wants to pop, my back wants to arch, so don't let that happen. Stop the move when you feel that happening. Inhale, reach all the way up overhead. Exhale, draw the arms down again, and you're really trying to open out through those collarbones, through those chest muscles. Inhale. Exhale. If you find your ribs starting to pop really early on, it just means that you're very tight through your chest. Not a big deal, but and it can be worked on. This will feel lovely if you've been crouched over a laptop all week or working at a really small desk. And then your legs are open. You can do a little rock through there as well if you want, but I'm just going to focus on the upper body. And draw down. Go inhale, one more. Exhale. Draw them down. And see if you can keep your hands on the floor. Mine still hasn't dropped down, doesn't want to do it today. It's very tight. Must be all sleeping on the couch with the dog. I knew dog. Okay, draw, very slowly draw those legs back together again. And we're going to roll and come up into a seated position. And what we're going to do is, I've forgotten what the next one is. We're going to come around into all fours, and we're just going to go into a cat stretch. So Karen, if you point your butt, we go opposite directions so people can see what we're doing.
What?
So yeah, you just face that way.
Oh, okay.
So you've got your bum to the screen.
Get my bum to the screen. Nice.
Wasn't expecting that one. Okay, so draw the belly button in. We're going to zip up the pelvic floor. Tuck your tailbone under, and we're rounding out through your lower back, middle back, upper back. Drop the head and shoulders down. Now, after Karen's workout yesterday that I did, my upper back is really stiff, like it's stiff, muscle stiff, like exercise stiff. Because I don't like to do all those ball exercises for my back, because I know I need to do them, so therefore I don't do them. That's why you go to class. Because we make you do the exercises that your body needs to do, that you don't want to do yourself. So my back is like thanking Karen, but it is a little stiff today for it. And we're lengthening out. So inhale here, exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round out through your upper back, middle back, lower back, drop the head and shoulders down into a big cat stretch. Inhale here, exhale, and lengthen through the spine. All the way back into neutral position. Last one, inhale here, exhale, tuck the tailbone under, round out through your lower back, middle back, upper back, drop the head all the way down, give yourself a nice big cat stretch. Inhale here, exhale, lengthen from the tailbone through the lower back, middle back, upper back, and then give yourself a little shell stretch. So bring your hands down, reach the arms forward, and give yourself a little shell stretch there. Okay, so we're kind of bringing it now into that was all very Pilates-y based. We're going to bring it up into a down facing dog. Joseph Pilates drew from yoga and animal kingdoms and gymnastics and all sorts of different exercises for his Pilates repertoire. So this one is in yoga, it's called downward facing dog. I don't think it has a name in Pilates. No, I don't think he called it that. So we're going to tuck the tailbone. No, we're not going to tuck the tailbone. We're going to tuck the toes under. So your toes are going to tuck under. Maybe I should go this way so you can see my toes. Okay. How big does my bum look though?
Not big.
It
looks fabulous.
Look in the camera. The camera adds 10 pounds, Karen. So we're tucking the toes under. And we're going to send the hips straight up towards the ceiling. Drop the heels down. Okay, so the legs are nice and straight. Try to get as much weight into your heels as you can and as little weight into the hands. Holding it here, we're going to bend your right knee and really stretch down into the calf of the left side. And just take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale and swap over. So bend the left knee, push the right heel down. And notice here if there's a big difference. So I can go a lot further with my right, get my right heel down than I can with my left. That's an old step injury right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. I tore my calf muscle on my left when I was teaching step back in the 1800s. And pushing the heel down, tummy nice and tight, draw the belly button in, zip up the pelvic floor. We'll do one more again on the other side. Ooh. The hands are going to be getting tired at this point. Your shoulders are engaged, your belly button's drawn in, your pelvic floor is drawn in, you're stretching it into the calves. And then bring the two heels down towards the floor at the same time. Okay, so we're walking the hands back then towards the feet. Take a hold of the feet if you can. I'm going to turn this way again.
It's a bit disconcerting, isn't it, sticking your arse to a camera?
I have that ad for the Jaffa cakes in my head now. Don't do like lips. And we're going to roll all the way up nice and slowly. It'll be very slow with this, especially if your blood pressure's a bit dicky. Roll all the way up. God, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Roll the shoulder blades down into the back pockets and stand tall. So I'm going to come back to the back of my mat here. So from that I'm going to roll back down again. So I'm going to nod the chin. I'm going to roll through my upper spine, middle spine, lower spine, tummy's drawn in, pelvic floor drawn up. We're going to bring this into the hips now. So walk the hands back out until you can get the palms flat down. And we're going to bring your left foot between your two hands. Okay, and leave that right leg. Now you can either leave the right leg long and straight and up off the floor or bring it down. I'm going to bring it down. You can leave it up if you want. It's up to yourself. And you can leave it up if you want. It's up to yourself. Okay, so from here, we're just keeping the body down on the chest to start. Get a nice little stretch into that front hip, and you're going to feel it kind of up in the top of the left thigh as well. Okay, then what we're going to do, we're going to take a nice big inhale. Exhale, push back off the left foot till you're up nice and tall. Tummy pulled in, pelvic floor pulled up. We're going to pivot forward. So you're just pushing your hips slightly forward. Remember, in class I'm always telling people, with your hip flexor, it attaches onto the front of your spine and onto the top of your hip. And you want to bring those 2 points away from each other to get a nice stretch into it. If you pitch forward, those 2 points come together and it's not the hip flexor that you're stretching. It'll still feel nice and it's not going to do you any harm. But we want to get the hip flexor. So we're hinging forward, we're bringing those 2 points, so roughly around here and here, we're bringing them away from each other and holding it. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Let the muscle fibres relax. Visualize the muscle fibres letting go. Especially as well, again, stuck at a desk all week, at any time of the year, never mind at the moment. And gently then push back off, take the tension off that muscle. We're going to take the left hand, we're going to bring it onto the floor, so you're flexing through your spine. We're going to bring it onto the floor, to the inside of the left foot. You're going to take that right hand and reach, opening through the chest and adding just a little rotation here. Now you're going to feel this at the top of your left hip joint. It's a really nice one to feel there. We're going to inhale. Windmill this arm back around, so that means just bring it behind you, bring it down, and bring it down onto the floor. Okay, from here what we're going to do is keep the hands on the mat to help guide you down. And only do this one if you don't have any bogey knees. If your knees are a bit dodgy, keep it kind of at this level. So we're going to straighten out through that left leg, and we're going to bring your butt down onto your other foot-ish area. Okay, I'm losing the sock. Okay, and hold it here. Reach forward, take a hold of that leg, that foot. So again, you can either be down here or keep it up high and feel a stretch in the back of that left leg, so the left hamstring area. Foot can pop up and down, doesn't really matter. It's totally up to you, whatever feels good. Nice big inhale here. And remember with the hamstrings, as they start twitching, back off them slightly. It's too much for the muscle's giving out. Okay, so if you are down in this position here, what I want you to do is let go with your left hand. Bring your left hand out behind you on the left side. Take your right hand up and over and reach and take a hold of the hand and look with your eye line to your left hand up behind you. Just feel how much different that stretch feels now. Yeah?
It's lovely.
It's lovely. Karen says it's lovely. So that means it's lovely. Okay, and again, nice and slowly, windmill that arm back. Two hands come back onto the mat. Use your hands to help you here, guys. It's a stretch workout. Okay, we're going to swap the legs over. So bring your right foot now between the two hands. Okay, and again, keeping the chest down on the knee to start. Push those hips slightly forward and just feel. I can't feel this now with my left hip at all. My left hip is much looser than my right at the moment. And feeling the stretch there. Get a little sensation of where that is. Okay, and then we're going to push back. So tummy nice and tight. We're coming up nice and tall. Send the hips slightly forward. Did I lift the arm last time? I don't think I did. No. You can if you want to lift this arm up. Again, just watch those rib cages that they don't flare. If you're tight through your chest, what will happen is you'll get to here, and then the rest of the action will happen from your ribs and they'll flare up. Again, it's not going to do you any harm, but it's not exactly what we want the body to do. We want to keep those ribs under control and work with the muscle ranges right now. Whew. And nice little stretch into that left hip now. Nice big inhale. And exhale. And then nice big inhale again. And exhale, bring the hands down onto the floor. And sitting back. So again, hold it here. Woo! Yowza! My right hamstring is like, I don't know, I could suspend a bridge off it. It's that tight today. What's yours like?
Fine.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so if you can,
from tight hamstrings.
No, you don't. Sit back. I do though. If you can, again, losing my sock again. Just no socks. Okay, and then reach forward with the same hand. So your right hand is taking hold of that leg. Let the leg relax. We're not squeezing quads around. We're trying to just let the muscle relax and let the body stretch. And we're holding it here. Nice big inhaling and exhaling. Exhale, those deep breaths really tell your central nervous system to switch down a little bit. If it's on high alert, nice big deep inhales and exhales tell the central nervous system just to let go a little bit. Just brings everything down, lets the muscles relax. So nice and slowly let go of that with the right hand. Bring your right hand out behind you. Take a hold of the foot there with the left hand if you can. If this is like really uncomfortable and really does not feel good, don't do it. In my past, I have gone to a class where I was so determined to keep up with the person beside me that I tore both my hamstrings. Well, I didn't tear them, I pulled them. I didn't tear them. Tear them was a bit of an exaggeration, but
So
I'm prone to
between a
exaggeration.
pull and a tear then?
Oh, a pull is very mild kind of discomfort. A tear would be very
Off the
painful. Yeah, yeah. Well, no, not off the bone, but just very painful. It feels like your muscles ripped, which it is, but you'll feel it a lot more than a pull. Okay, and then nice big inhale here, and exhale. Use your hands again to push yourself back up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do some budgie stretches for the quads. So I'm going to get Karen to move on to this mat. So we'll do some budgie stretches for the quads first. So lying face down. So you can do these on your own as well. So if Karen takes a hold of her right ankle and just draw the heel up towards her butt, and that's it. That's the stretch. Right, what we want to do is draw the belly button in, zip up the pelvic floor, make sure you're pulling your belly button away and you've got your bum squeezed and the knees are as close together as you can for this one. Okay, and then if you have a buddy or a pal handy, I'm going to stay on this side of the body. Normally I'd be on the other side, but for the purpose of the video I'm going to stay here. You just ask somebody to take a hold of it for you. You can let go of your hand. Okay, I'm going to bring Karen's knee in slightly bit more. Okay, and ask them to bring their heel to your butt. Now slowly, if you're not in love with each other right now at the moment, maybe don't ask them to do it, because you could get bank details out of somebody doing this kind of stretch. So get them to inhale, nice big inhale, exhale, put the pressure, you're trying to get the heel to the butt. That's the ultimate goal. Don't let them force it. You'll feel where it's enough for your muscle, and they won't be able to push it beyond that. But don't let them use it as a goal. It'll go eventually, and then what I'm doing is I'm backing off every kind of 10 seconds or so. Karen's taking a big inhale when I back off, and then exhale as I push the heel a little bit further down. That's not going to happen today. So
I was going to say, is it anywhere near?
No, your quads are tight.
Yeah.
Tight. Inhale here. I'm not giving them a massage later. Forget it. It's Friday.
No,
Inhale
thank you.
here.
I don't want them.
Exhale. And press and lengthen. So you can see Karen's quads there. Like, that's a good 4 inches. Yeah, you got to do some quad stretches after your runs.
Yeah.
Good. And then take a big inhale here. I'm backing off that stretch. Exhale. And push the heel again. Ooh, a little bit further, 3 inches. Good. You try and let your legs completely relax. Inhale again. I'm going to back off. Exhale. And all I'm doing with this hand is just stopping her pelvis from tipping all over the place. I'm just helping her stabilize a little bit. I'm not actually putting any pressure down. I'm just gently resting my hand on her back. Good, and we'll release it out. Okay, so the next buddy stretch, sorry, take a dog hair off your bum.
Thank you.
Sorry, taking it from there, we're going to come on to the back. So if you put your feet down this end of the mat. Okay, and what I'll get you to do is, so I'll show you the one solo person stretch version first. So we're going to bring this leg straight up into the air, and we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So easy peasy lemon squeezy, nice long line with that leg. If you have a towel or something, you can hoop it around the foot and use that to increase the stretch. Nice big inhale to prepare, exhale and lengthen. Now Karen doesn't suffer with tight hamstrings, but most of us, a lot of us would, like me. So that's why I'm doing them kind of twice. Okay, so if you've got a buddy to help, I'm going to have to come over this side now. If you've got a buddy to help, just watch that hand. Okay, you're taking a hold, get them to hold here around the ankle, around the heel here, nice and firmly. Very gentle pressure just above the knee joint, so the knee isn't allowed to bend, but it's very gentle pressure. They're not trying to force the knee into extension, and they're just pulling the leg back. And again, you need to tell them where is far enough. Take a nice big inhale, release off the stretch, Exhale, gently come back into the stretch. Ooh. So yeah, Karen's able to go super far with her hamstrings. And inhale here, exhale, and press, and lengthen. Okay, go, good. So, from there then what we're going to do is we're going to bring that knee across the body. So your right knee is going to travel towards your left. Your right knee is going to travel towards your left shoulder. Okay, and you are going to take with your right hand, take a hold of your knee here and guide it towards that left shoulder. Okay, then with your left hand you're going to take just above the ankle joint and pull that ankle joint down towards where your elbow would be, and you should start feeling it all around that hip area. This is a really nice one. Especially if you're suffering with sciatic type symptoms, so pain in your butt that's travelling down your leg a little bit, you should always try these stretches first and see if it alleviates the discomfort. You could be just have a really tight muscle in your glute that's causing the problem. Is that nice? Yeah. So, and then I'm already doing the buddy part. So all your buddy does is take a hold of those 2 points, get you to take a nice big inhale, Karen. Exhale, and then gently I'm putting a little bit of over pressure down. I love doing this in a class and helping people do it in class because it's one of those muscles that it's nice to stretch, but we don't like to stretch it too much on our own because it is uncomfortable, let's say. You should be feeling that discomfort now if you're doing it now.
Uncomfortable?
Uncomfortable.
Oh my God.
Uncomfortable. Breathe. Lovely. And then we're going to stop. Oh, Jesus. Stop legs. You're going to love me later for these. Okay, we're going to stretch the hamstrings. So nice long line, opposite leg, up nice and tall with the leg, tummy nice and tight. If you're doing it on your own, inhale here, exhale, pull the leg towards. You can use your hands above the knee joints to do it, so you can do it on your own. Do it on your own.
What?
Do stretch.
I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. Karen's doing a single hand hamstring stretch because her hamstrings like, yeah, my hamstrings are so long anyway. I don't need to hold on to them with 2 hands. It's beautiful.
Just like getting a stretch.
Yeah. So breathing in, as you exhale, try to increase the range that you're getting. Ease off the stretch as you inhale. So inhale, ease off the stretch. Exhale, come into the stretch a little bit more. Good. And then inhale, come right off that stretch. And then we're going to bend the knee, bring the left knee, to the right shoulder. Using your left hand to guide the knee towards. Karen's just made this face of, oh my God, that's really sore already. Oh. Good. Sorry, it's my evil nature just keep laughing.
She is dying now to put this pressure on.
So again, your right hand is at your ankle and it's pulling that foot down towards the floor on the right side of the body. Okay, if you're not feeling this in your ass and you're just feeling it kind of crunching up into the top of the hips, something's going wrong, so don't worry too much about it. Okay, and then get your buddy if you can.
Oh my God.
I'm putting very little pressure down here, but the best place, you're just stabilizing that knee with this hand here, and then with your other hand, so my left hand, that's where you're going to feel the great stretch here. Putting a little over pressure down through. Breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And breathe. And release up, off, out of that pressure. Okay. Let the legs completely relax. You can bring the soles of the feet back together again if you want. Let the legs drop out. And just lie there for a few minutes. Hands on the tummy. One hand on the chest, one hand on the tummy. Nice few deep inhales. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And try and bring the shoulders down out of the ears. This is a really nice position to lie in and just check in with your body. How is everything feeling? You don't have to lie with the legs like this. I like to do this because I get quite tight through my inner thighs as well. So I like to lie like this and let everything just open out. Also, some people would say that it invites really good energy into the body. Lying like this with your palms open, bringing good light and good energy into your body, good positivity for the circumstances we all find ourselves in. And breathe. And lie there as long as you like, basically. Okay guys, that's it. It was kind of a bit of a quick session I think today. Oh no, half an hour on the dot. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how you get on with it. Let me know how you feel after it. And we are going, we're live.
Those hips felt.
How those hips felt, yeah. We're going to be live streaming hopefully this on Monday at 12:30. So check all our members, check your emails for details on that. And we will see you next week. Have a great weekend, guys. Don't forget to like and share. Bye. Didn't have so many people watching today.
I wonder why that is, Pond.
Don't know, but